The International Federation of Women Lawyers, FIDA, has appealed to the Kogi State Government to make available to the public the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law, VAPP, signed by the government in 2022. The State Chairperson of FIDA, Mrs. Lilian Ajuma, made the call while speaking at a day's sensitization of stakeholders in the administration of criminal justice for the provision of the Kogi State VAPP Law 2022. The legal practitioner lamented on the wide misconception about the VAPP law signed in the state, stressing that there is need to realign the people for effective administration of criminal justice. Our reporter, Jennifer Odimayo, has the detail.
The FIDA chairperson Lilian Ajuma appealed to the state government to give adequate funding to Office of the Public Defender, who according to her has the mandate to ensure proper implementation of VAPP law.
Okay, the VAPP law is a piece of legislation that was passed into law in 2022 by our amiable governor, His Excellency Alhaji Adoza Bello. And we found out that even amongst lawyers, the level of sensitization was so poor. A lot of lawyers are not aware of this law. Basically, what this law seeks is to prohibit all forms of violence against persons, both in public and private life. So it's not really a law for women per se, it's a law for everybody, both gender, male, female, children. And for the first time, we have a piece of legislation that expressly prohibits gender-based violence.
The Kogi State Chief Justice Josiah Majabi reiterated that some lawyers in the state are not aware that the law has been passed, just as he appealed to the Ministry of Justice to take a proper look at the law and ensure that their charges come under it. While narrating his ordeal about the sharp practices of some legal practitioners with questionable character, the Chief Judge lamented that some prosecuting counsels have been compromised, hence the need to collectively put an end to such menace in the judiciary system.
I've always believed that an enactment is made to cure certain ills, and also maybe to cure some mischief. And I believe that a lawyer in the temple of justice will first of all look at what exactly this law wants to prevent. What exactly this law is trying to establish. I want to appreciate God for all that you are doing to ensure that this particular law is published and explained to people.
The Director General of Kogi State Public Defender and Citizens Rights Commission, Abdullahi Wahab Zakari, said upon the passage of this law prohibits all issues that are currently on the increase, especially domestic violence.
And this law has been put in place to punish persons who violate such provisions. And I think that will go a long way in minimizing the frequency of domestic violence around us if the law is fully implemented. And then the message to violators or persons who are perpetually working towards ensuring that they engage in these crimes is that, like a friend just did, there is a new sheriff in town. The new sheriff is the law, and the law will spare no one because it's respecter of no one.
The chairperson of the Kogi State NGO network, Idris Ozovehe Muraina, an executive director, challenged Parenthood Initiative, Eunice Abimbola Agbogun, who championed and sponsored the VAPP law in the state, commended FIDA for their roles in making the society a better place, adding that this new development will ensure the safety of women and children and even those who intercede on their behalf.
For us in the civil society circle, we are indeed grateful that the current House of Assembly was able to see this through, and His Excellency, the Executive Governor, was able to assent to it. This is a history in the making. Like you all know, there are a whole lot of novel, sections in this particular law that is going to really be of help to us. Help to us in the sense that our interest has always been to ensure that the people, especially the women and children, are well taken care of, because we have
a very unpalatable history on a kind of patriarchal system that we run. It's an African thing. But this time we're able to have a piece of law that is going to really be of help to help us who are also interceding on behalf of the women.
So the journey has been very long. It's not been easy, but it's worthwhile, because anything that has to, do with humanity, actually, it's actually, the sacrifice, it's worthwhile. So today, we're happy that VAPP law is a reality in Kogi State. Okay. Say further, I'm happy what is happening today, that FIDA has, brought the judiciary together and other key stakeholders to, start talking about this law, because everybody needs to be well informed about the law, starting from the judiciary. Those that we eventually, interpret the various offenses that has to do with the VAPP law. So I'm happy, and I congratulate FIDA, and I encourage more of this and other stakeholders to carry out aggressive sensitization across Kogi State to various key stakeholders, the religious leaders, traditional rulers, women groups, every group, men on the streets, students, everybody needs to know what the VAPP law contains.
We thank the Chief Justice for always paying attention to matters that concern women and children in the society. Jennifer Odimayo, reporting for MLC TV.